Welcome to Hot Zone Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Tonight, the Indo-Pacific's balance of power is shifting as the United States makes a powerful return to the Philippines. This isn't just diplomacy, it's a strategic repositioning to counter an increasingly assertive China. At the center, plans for a massive ammunition and logistics hub, right on China's doorstep. The move is sending shockwaves from Washington to Beijing, fundamentally altering the South China Sea's security landscape. American and Filipino military planners are laying the groundwork for what could become one of the most critical outposts of the century. This isn't about reopening old bases, but forging a new partnership in the face of modern threats. The alliance, once strained, is now reinforced with concrete steel and high explosives. The implications are enormous, not just for the militaries involved, but for every nation relying on free passage through these contested waters. Recent Chinese actions, water cannons against Filipino boats, maritime militias swarming reefs, have pushed Manila closer to its oldest ally. The Philippines, once hesitant, now sees the American presence as a necessary shield. This is about deterrence, a declaration that the international rules-based order will be defended. The Pentagon's gaze is now firmly fixed on the Pacific, acknowledging that the greatest challenge to global stability may emerge from this region. The return to the Philippines is a cornerstone of this new strategy, giving the U.S. options and flexibility it hasn't had in decades. It's a bold move, a calculated risk, and a story just beginning to unfold. The stakes have never been higher. The world is watching. To understand today's significance, we must look to the past. For nearly a century, American forces were a fixture in the Philippines, with bases like Clark Air Base and Subic Bay projecting U.S. power across Southeast Asia. These bases shaped local economies and cultures, but everything changed in the early 1990s. Nationalism surged, Mount Pinatubo erupted, and the Philippine Senate voted to end the U.S. military presence. By 1992, the last American forces had left, marking the end of an era and a victory for Philippine sovereignty. The alliance remained, but the on-the-ground presence was gone, replaced by limited exercises and training. Meanwhile, China began its slow rise, building up its navy, asserting claims in the South China Sea and turning reefs into fortified islands. The strategic vacuum left by the U.S. was gradually filled by a new, ambitious power. Now, the pendulum swings back. The sovereignty Filipinos sought to protect is now seen by many as threatened from a different direction. Beijing's assertive actions have prompted a major rethink in Manila and Washington. The return of U.S. forces, though different in form, acknowledges that today's security challenges require renewed partnership. History has come full circle. The strategic logic that once made Subic Bay vital has returned in a new context. The U.S. Philippine alliance is being reimagined for a new era. The stakes are higher than ever. The world has changed, and so has this alliance. The renewed partnership isn't about massive, permanent U.S. bases. It's a smarter, more flexible arrangement for the 21st century. The Philippines needs a powerful ally to help it stand up to immense pressure in the South China Sea. For the U.S., geography is destiny. The Philippines offers a strategic location astride vital shipping lanes and near Taiwan. Access to Philippine sites gives the Pentagon a forward position, complicating adversaries' plans and enabling rapid crisis response. This alliance is built on shared democratic values and a commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. It's not just transactional, it's ideological, defending the right of nations to choose their own path. The partnership is about defending a system, not just territory. Ultimately, the goal is deterrence, to prevent conflict by raising the cost of aggression. American assets in the Philippines send a clear message to Beijing. Any attempt to change the status quo by force will be met with a swift, coordinated response. This is integrated deterrence, military strength, diplomacy, and economic cooperation for regional stability. The alliance is designed to keep the peace. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, is the blueprint for America's return. Signed in 2014, EDCA doesn't create new U.S. bases. It allows access to designated areas within existing Philippine bases, respecting Philippine sovereignty. U.S. forces can rotate troops, pre-position equipment, and upgrade facilities like runways and barracks. Initially, 5 locations were designated, including Basa Air Base and Fort Magsaysay. As tensions grew, 4 new sites were added in 2023, bringing the total to 9. The new sites are strategically chosen in Cagayan near Taiwan and on Palawan, facing the disputed Spratly Islands. These locations are a masterclass in strategic positioning. Northern sites provide staging grounds for any potential Taiwan conflict, putting U.S. forces within rapid response range. Palawan offers a direct line of sight into the South China Sea disputes. Balabac Island sits near a major shipping channel at the southern end of contested waters. EDCA sites are becoming hubs of activity, with the U.S. investing heavily in infrastructure upgrades. Extended runways, new warehouses, and improved ports mean equipment and supplies are already in place. This pre-positioning slashes response times and eliminates vulnerable trans-Pacific supply lines. In a crisis, the U.S. and Philippines can respond faster and more credibly. The sites also support humanitarian missions, not just military operations. EDCA is about readiness, resilience, and rapid response. It's a new model for alliance cooperation. The U.S. presence is visible, but sovereignty remains firmly in Filipino hands. The partnership is built for the challenges ahead. The driving force behind this realignment is clear: China. Beijing's aggressive behavior in the South China Sea, harassing Filipino boats, building artificial islands, and militarizing reefs, has fundamentally altered the region's balance. These gray zone tactics intimidate neighbors without triggering open conflict. China's military buildup now threatens freedom of navigation and regional security. The new EDCA sites and American presence are a direct counter, complicating Beijing's calculations and restoring stability. The message: the international community will not stand by as one nation imposes its will through force. At the heart of this strategy is Subic Bay, set to become a critical ammunition and logistics hub. An American company is building a state-of-the-art facility to store and manufacture munitions, addressing lessons from recent conflicts about the need for local stockpiles. The facility will supply both the armed forces of the Philippines and U.S. forces, reducing dependence on long supply chains. In a crisis, American ships and aircraft will have immediate access to what they need. Logistics wins wars. A short supply line means greater readiness and less vulnerability. The hub will produce everything from small arms to guided missiles, ensuring both nations are well equipped. The project brings economic benefits, thousands of jobs, technology transfer, and a boost to the local defense industry. Subic Bay's arsenal is more than a warehouse. It's a symbol of deeper partnership. Military cooperation and economic development go hand in hand. This is a new era for U.S. Philippine defense ties. The urgency is driven by escalating Chinese aggression and fears over Taiwan. Incidents at Second Thomas Shoal and China's military exercises near Taiwan have made the risks clear. The Luzon Strait, separating the Philippines from Taiwan, is a critical choke point. Control here is vital for any regional strategy. The war in Ukraine has shown how quickly munitions can be depleted, exposing vulnerabilities in global supply chains. The U.S. is determined not to repeat those mistakes in the Pacific. Political will in Manila has shifted. President Marcos Jr. has reversed previous policies, strengthening the alliance with Washington. The expansion of EDCA and new investments are the result of this perfect storm. Chinese aggression, Taiwan fears, logistical lessons, and a pro-alliance government. The timing is no accident. The stakes are immediate and real. Not everyone in the Philippines welcomes the renewed alliance. Supporters see the U.S. presence as vital for national survival, modernization, and economic growth. Critics worry about sovereignty, the risk of becoming a target, and being drawn into a great power conflict. Some advocate for a more independent foreign policy and dialogue with all parties, including China. The debate is about sovereignty, risk, and national identity. It's a question: does the alliance make the Philippines safer, or put it on the front line of a war it doesn't want? This debate will shape the country's future. The return of American forces marks a pivotal moment for the Indo-Pacific. This is a bold new chapter, not a repeat of history. New strategic sites in the Subic Bay hub are a calculated response to a changing security environment. The alliance offers the Philippines deterrence and modernization, and gives the U.S. a vital foothold. The partnership aims to prevent conflict by making aggression costly. But the risks, sovereignty concerns, and the danger of becoming a target are real and must be managed. Success depends on trust, communication, and serving both nations' interests. The U.S. and Philippines have chosen to stand together, betting on shared values and interests. The South China Sea will remain contested, but a clear line has been drawn. The world is watching what happens next.